Yo, what is up guys? DL Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hope you guys are doing well. So some really disappointing news coming out. Joseph Parker has had to withdraw from his fight with Derek Chisora due to an illness believed to have been caused by a spider bite. That's a new one, right? That's a new excuse, but yeah, really disappointing. Of course, this fight was scheduled for the 26th of October. It was the co-main event for Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis. So Joseph Parker is no more. However, Derek Chisora is still fighting on the card, and there will be a replacement opponent for Derek Chisora. Now, several names have been mentioned for the replacement opponents. Eddie Hearn has actually listed 6 guys who are potentially in the running to be the replacements, and some of these names are quite good. We will go through the list. Alexander Povetkin, Michael Hunter, Manuel Charr, Martin Bakole, Otto Wallin, and Oscar Rivas. Now, what do we make of those names? I've got to be honest, first and foremost, I don't think there's a bad name on that list. Don't get it twisted, Otto Wallin and Manuel Charr, they would be my least desirable opponents for Derek Chisora, but I think both of those guys could still make a really good fight with Chisora, so I wouldn't be mad if one of those guys were drafted in as an opponent, but they are the 2 least desirable names in my opinion. Now, as for the other 4 names, I would be happy with any one of those guys to fight Chisora as a late replacement. First and foremost, Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin versus Derek Chisora would be an amazing fight. That's a fight I've wanted to see for quite some time. I think that's a guaranteed war. Neither guy takes a backward step. Both guys are aggressive, and yeah, those 2 styles should clash, and that would make for a great fight. I think Povetkin is least likely, if I'm being honest, because you would imagine he would command the highest purse, and would Povetkin take that fight on 3 weeks' notice? Not so sure, but that would be the best fight in my opinion. Michael Hunter, another great option. Now, Michael Hunter is realistic. Michael Hunter in the past has taken fights on fairly short notice, and he always turns up in shape. He's always ready to fight, and he always throws his hat in the mix when things like this happen. I don't know who said it, and I'm not taking credit for this like a comparison, I guess, but Michael Hunter has the mindset of a journeyman. And I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean by that is he's always ready to fight. Anyone, anytime, any place. He always turns up in shape and he'll fight anybody. Obviously he's a lot more skilled than a journeyman. He's got a lot more ambition than a journeyman. But like a journeyman, he will take any fight. So that in itself goes to show what type of ambition he has as a fighter. And on top of that, he's a really skilled heavyweight. He can mix it up, throws a lot of punches, good feet, good hand speed. I think that's a stylistic nightmare for Derek Chisora. And it would be interesting to see how he handles that style, So that's a really intriguing clash, Derek Chisora versus Michael Hunter. I would love to see that fight, and I think that fight's realistic. So, maybe that's the fight that will happen here. One of the other names was Oscar Rivas. I think Oscar Rivas versus Derek Chisora is a barn burner. Oscar Rivas, hard puncher, hard left hook, hand speed, explosive, fairly aggressive himself. Again, match him with Chisora, you're not going to get a bad fight. You're really not. That could be an all-out war. Again, Oscar Rivas could be an attractive opponent for us fans. Now, how realistic is that? Oscar Rivas might not be taken too kindly to Eddie Hearn right now after what happened with the Dillian Whyte scenario, so maybe he wouldn't take this fight. But on the flip side, I've seen a few conspiracy theorists out there saying Eddie Hearn will try to give this fight to Rivas to sweeten him up and to brush the whole Dillian Whyte scenario under the carpet. So make of that what you will, but regardless, Oscar Rivas versus Derek Chisora, sign me up. That's a great fight. And last but not least, and arguably the wild card, Martin Bakole. Now, Martin Bakole is a guy who has an exciting style. He's a big lump, he can punch, and he's all round an exciting fighter. Once again, if you match Chisora with Bakole, that's going to be a very good fight. I think Bakole is, the least attractive out of the 4 main names I mentioned, but still, if they got Bakole Chisora on, you're not going to hear a complaint from me. You're not going to hear a complaint from me. So there we go. Those are my thoughts on the names. Ultimately, I don't think any of those fights are bad, but, ideally not Otto Wallin or Manuel Char. But we'll see what happens. I am disappointed Joseph Parker has had to pull out because I was really looking forward to Parker Chisora. I felt it was a very good fight, considering the stages both guys are at in their careers. But unfortunately, he has pulled out, so we need a new opponent. Share your thoughts below. I'm interested to know who you guys want the replacement opponents to be. And share your 2 cents below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.